So I was working on another video and then I saw this article post up that Google is shutting down their game studio service, their internal one for Stadia games. And I'm just like, they're ready to abandon this. They're ready for total abandonment. They're just getting it down that path. And it's kind of sad because I was actually sort of working on a video about Stadia about 1 year and some change later since my initial video talking about it. And Stadia has grown quite a bit in terms of users, in terms of features and things like that have come along pretty well. But then they pull this where they're thinking this is going to be successful just because Cyberpunk 2077 has done so well. And that's a product of circumstances, considering if people could get graphics cards, PC parts, and game consoles right now, that wouldn't necessarily be the case, Google. I just don't get it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that they would get into this and then get ready to pull it out and expect people to trust them on this whole thing. And specifically, you need first-party titles for game consoles. You need first-party titles for streaming services in general. With the exception of PC gaming and the exception of the music streaming services, you pretty much need first-party exclusive something to attract people to use your console or your service. This is the exact problem that Microsoft had with the Xbox One. They didn't have as many exclusives that you were expecting, and this is why the console struggled, and they're still feeling those effects today with the Series X and S. And that's why they're trying to fix that. It's just, come on. I'm thinking about this like now, like Nintendo and obviously Sony have strong first party exclusives and, homegrown IPs. And it does take a while to create these AAA titles. I get that, but they have that there. I was even thinking about it. Netflix has their own exclusive titles. They don't just put everybody's stuff out there. They have their own exclusive shows that are award-winning shows. Amazon has their award-winning shows. HBO Max, all of these services have award-winning shows. You need that to attract people into watching those services because you can't get that anywhere else because they have it within their platform and their platform only. And for them to just think that, okay, we can just use Cyberpunk 2077 and go work with third-party devs and push that as a way to get more people onto the platform. Third-party devs aren't going to want to jump on this if there isn't a lot of people on here to begin with. So that is clearly flawed logic here with that. I mean, they didn't even need to develop they didn't even need to develop AAA titles. They really just could have just done a good job of developing some simple games or some AA games, whichever level game you want to put it at, that could have just been free on Stadia to attract people into buying the service. These could have been some pretty cool games, free to play, or whatever they wanted to do it with to gravitate people into it just a little bit more and not have to worry about this big budget. You were going to get those big budget games in there anyways, like you're saying, working with the third-party developers, but have some of that first party to attract people in. But no, they're doing the exact opposite of that. Oh, we should call time. When's time of death on this going to be? Because you got to feel it here with me as well too. And people that are Stadia fans, which they have a solid community, are saying kind of supporting this. I'm reading in some places that they're kind of like, yeah, I mean, I wasn't there for their first party games anyway. The service is just good. I like how the service is good. The service can't just be good. Netflix isn't just good. Amazon Prime Video isn't just good. HBO Max isn't just good. Disney Plus isn't just good. You have to be a great service. You have to have those titles, shows, services, features that people are coming to you to grab that they can't get anywhere else. Give them the reason why that monthly payment that they're making for you is worth it outside of stuff they can just get anywhere else. And if you can just get those games anywhere else, it's why bother getting your service? I don't know. Post your comments below. Let me know what you think, because I can go on a long rant about this, of them thinking that this is okay to be able to do. And are you a Stadia user, and are you okay with this sort of happening? I mean, let me know in the comments. I'll put a poll up on the community tab as well too, because I really want to know about this, because this is troubling. This seems like they're on their steps to abandonment of Stadia, and that is just not a good look right now, because it was already rough for them at launch, and pretty much everyone involved in game media ripped them from the very beginning with this, and they have done well to build things up accordingly. And honestly, right now they're better than Amazon Luna because they've been out a little bit longer and more developed in terms of the streaming services. But now you're just going to make everyone right here instead of continuing to build this. You're already ready to give up Google because it didn't make you instant money and you didn't instantly get there. That's frustrating. Let me know what you think.